gentleman's time has expired. The chair recognizes the gentleman from Alabama, Mr. Brooks, for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, never has an American president been so willing to shoot first and ask questions later when a police officer uses deadly force in self-defense or to protect innocent lives. Never in American history has a president's legacy been a consistent disregard for the rule of law. Time after police shootings of African Americans, the Obama administration's knee-jerk, racially divisive strategy has been to paint a disturbingly false image of racial bias in police shootings that conflicts with a recent 2016 Harvard University study that found that police are 24% less likely to fire upon African Americans than Caucasian Americans. For emphasis, let me repeat that. A 2016 Harvard University study by African American professor Roland Fryer found that police fire upon African Americans 24% less often than police fire upon Caucasian Americans. On July 7th, well before the facts of 2 police shootings of African Americans were known, President Obama again stoked racial prejudice flames by claiming that, quote, black folks are more vulnerable to these kinds of incidents, end quote. President Obama even defended subsequent, sometimes violent protest as rather benign, quote, expressions of outrage, end quote. Shortly after the Obama administration attacked the motives of America's law enforcement officers and perhaps helped inspire even more violence against police, a Dallas sniper gunned down 5 police officers and injured many others during a Black Lives Matter protest. The shooter justified his murders by stating that he was upset by police shootings, referenced Black Lives Matter, and stated that he wanted to kill white people, especially white police officers. 3 days later, after these horrific murders of police officers, President Obama reiterated his politically motivated racial division narrative by blaming the attacks in part on a racial prejudice problem that police must fix because, quote, that is what's going to ultimately help make the job of being a cop a lot safer, end quote. Showing great chutzpah at the Dallas memorial ceremony for the slain officers, Obama again publicly blamed police racial bias as a contributing cause of police assassinations. Mr. Speaker, when tearful Americans seek solace and unification, the Obama administration dishes out racism and anti-police profiling that helps inspire even more violence against police. The result of the Obama administration's politics of racial division and hatred? So far this year, as of September 2nd, firearms-related deaths of American law enforcement officers are up 56%. The Obama administration's relationship with police has deteriorated so badly that William Johnson, the executive director of the National Association of Police Organizations, accuses Barack Obama of engaging in a, quote, war on police, end quote, adding that the Obama administration's, quote, continued appeasement at the federal level with the Department of Justice, their appeasement of violent criminals, their refusal to condemn movements like Black Lives Matter, actively calling for the death of police officers, that type of thing, all the while blaming police for the problems in this country has led directly to the climate that has made Dallas possible, end quote. Mr. Speaker, no one condones illegal shootings by police. Police who illegally use excessive force should be and are prosecuted criminally and civilly to the fullest extent of the law. But the Obama administration repeatedly pours gasoline on an open fire, rushing to anti-police judgment before the facts are known, and justice had, thereby helping to incite murders and assassinations of American police who dedicate their lives to our protection. The solution, Mr. Speaker, is generating more respect for law and order and those who enforce it. That solution is absent in Obama administration pronouncements. Mr. Speaker, I want the public to know that I stand with the rule of law. I stand with America's brave police officers who protect the rights and lives of all Americans, and I here and now publicly thank America's law enforcement officers for risking their lives to protect law-abiding Americans from crime and anarchy. Mr. Speaker, I yield back.